Hello! Welcome to the month of Halloweenies and s'mores. Oh wait, that's summer. Welcome to the 3DS remake of Luigi's Mansion.
Don't you scare me like that again, me.
You okay, Luigi?
I make no promises, me.
That was so pretty spooky.
Yeah, on the 3DS. This is James' attempt to one-up me, which I already know he's going to, because I'll admit I was not on my A game when I was doing it the first run. And this also gives us an excuse to show off a pretty solid re-release.
Yeah, I'll agree to that. Like, I mean, I will say right off the bat, I really do think the Luigi's Mansion, if there was to be a Luigi's Mansion remake, I would rather have had it on the Nintendo Switch rather than the 3DS, right when the system is already considered dead by the masses.
Right, no, and you're right.
At the same time, though, like, I'll give Grezzo the bed.
You know, we have a third game coming out, so I think that makes up for it.
Isn't the third game coming out on the Switch?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good enough for me.
And honestly, it's funny, because, like, at first, we didn't even know about there being a third game on the Switch. All we knew about was the 3DS remake, and people were like, why isn't this put on the Switch? Then not long after that was when we got the announcement trailer for Luigi's Mansion 3, and then everyone was like, okay, everything's forgiven.
Well, wait,
Yeah.
okay, actually, if you wanted to go back a little bit further, sorry, Hype, you go first.
I was about to say, it's like we see the trailer for Luigi's Mansion 3, like half of us are going, oh, that's why, and the other half are, hey, I remember that from the Simon trailer.
Oh yeah.
I was about to say is that technically, if you wanted to go even further in history, the clues were starting to be laid out as early as the Castlevania Smash.
And right
trailer.
now, I will give a mark down to the 3DS version. They forgot to... I wouldn't be surprised if this was intentional, but they removed that neat little moon callback on the front of the door.
And they didn't have the as he turned on the lights anyway. So
Yeah.
welcome to you have a point. This could have been on the Switch because the 3DS didn't have analog triggers.
Well, it really didn't, no, but at the same time, we still have an analog stick, and with the new 3DS, you have two analog sticks, even though one of them is literally just a nub. So that's their only excuse for them to bring the original game back on the 3DS.
Well, another reason is that, like, you might have already said it, and I just kind of, like, honked out. To go back to, like, the very early stages, the first Luigi's Mansion was made with 3D in mind, back when the GameCube had that clunky 3D peripheral. Maybe the 3DS was just their way of trying to honor that.
I mean, that is a good point.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
What the?
What was that?
And I have to comment right away here. Luigi is moving kind of weird to me. Like he's just kind of sliding across the floor as he walks.
I mean,
I noticed that too. I wasn't sure if it was just me.
I mean, I guess a part of it is because this model for Luigi is fairly recent, yet he's mostly mimicking animations that were from a more, for lack of a better word, chunkier model.
Yeah.
Then he's a little bit barren at the moment. He doesn't have his full equipment just yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
You better have this better have the jazzy intro. Pick it up and have that jazzy music. I'm good.
Yes.
Okay,
Alright.
we're good. We're
I mean,
solid.
they're not gonna completely rewrite their whole sound design.
It's not that door.
Yeah, it's like, Ali makes that joke, but that basically is the truth. Like, pretty much almost every sound in this game is basically ripped and plastered straight from the GameCube game.
I'm down.
I mean,
for
that's kind of what they did in the Ocarina of Time remake.
Speaking of which, the Luigi's Mansion 3DS remake was handled by Grezzo, the exact same people that made the 3DS remakes for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and as of recently, did that bitchin' remake of Link's Awakening, which we will be covering later.
So.
Boom! Ah!
Oh, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. Did his hair stand on end like it did in the original?
I don't know. I wasn't paying
didn't see.
attention. The
I
skulls,
wasn't paying attention either.
the skulls definitely looks a little bit, for lack of a better term, fluffier than in the original.
A bit, which is kind of appreciated. And honestly, you could sort of tell that this game was pretty much made in the later portion of the 3DS's lifespan, because already it's sort of chugging a bit with all the high fidelity graphics.
Yeah, which 3DS can't handle very well.
Goodness me.
And also, it should be said that it's funny because the past remakes that Grezzo did were based on N64 titles. This is their first and currently the only game that they've remade that was based on a GameCube title.
and I'm happy because it shows they have the potential to do it. And now that they've shown they also can work on the Switch, I'm hoping someone at Nintendo puts 2 and 2 together. Oh gosh, it's the executives.
Oh, hi.
Oh no!
Run! Hello there, you ghouls and girls.
Hurry,
It's time for a happy hunt.
Run and hide the sunshine. Also, oh, cute.
A boo loading
Here's
icon.
Luigi. I think our paths were destined. Yeah. Oh, the cross. The cross. Thank you, Shatner.
Yeah.
Okay, good. He still does the bump
He still
scratch.
scratches his butt.
Professor Laboratory.
Well, I guess
Still looking at Luigi. That's funny.
Out of your
Well, I guess
gosh,
because
what
of
is itching him?
I was about to say you could make the argument, but because of the angle, it looks more like his hip than his butt. But still,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the original looked more like he was scratching his ass.
But yeah, for those of us who are wondering, and never have seen the stories, Luigi won a mansion that in a contest he didn't even enter, and the most mysterious part of all is this mansion that he won in a contest he didn't enter didn't even exist over a week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is coming from, and this is being said by an old fogey who's literally lived in this remote area of who knows where for literally a good chunk of his life.
and this right here, what he says is also important. Mario decided to go ahead of Luigi and check out the mansion himself. I guess to throw like a housewarming party, but
Right.
he never came out.
The housewarming party I didn't know about.
Well, that's
we
why I
got-
assumed he went over there
Well,
before. It's
Mario-
never officially stated.
Well, guys-
I mean, I'm pretty sure he went over there to check it out and make sure it was okay.
Either way, Mario's missing, and James better goddamn pick sidestep if he knows what's good for him.
Oh, actually,
I'm
wait.
picking standard. Sidestep really isn't good for the 3DS remake in particular.
Oh, but actually, we have here 2 different
Oh
lights.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this
Okay.
remake also gives you the option to use the strobe bulb,
Strobe
which
bulb.
was something they introduced in Dark Moon.
Yeah.
There's
I
something else. This game is not. It does not fit into the actual timeline that we. Like, okay,
That we
there's a bit of
remember.
an explanation on the timeline. All of this,
Yeah?
all of this that we're seeing is actually archived footage that EGAD is using to educate Luigi.
Oh.
Really?
Where is this stated again?
We'll see this more, and actually, Luigi will be revealed in the rest of the. Luigi will be shown later in this video, but that actually would make sense on it because he mentioned that Luigi was more of a prototype.
Yeah,
and that
because
would, and that would,
yeah,
Go
because
ahead.
with his television technology that he uses to teleport Luigi around Evershade Valley, he uses
Right.
that same technology to import Luigi into the archived footage to help
get
him out.
training. And this explains then how Luigi becomes far more like sophisticated and far more experienced by the 3rd game.
And here we thought he was just a pointless inclusion into the remake.
But I guess with that much said, well, we mentioned we're using Citrus. James can actually use an actual controller. James, how does this feel compared to the original Luigi's Mansion?
So this is kind of a complicated case, because when it comes down to actually playing this game on a 3DS portable specifically, it does take some getting used to. And I was just sort of messing around with the ghost here, because one detail I never noticed in this until this very recording, the ghosts actually sort of get spooked when you flash at them with a light.
Oh yeah,
Again,
it's the
just
strobe
1,
bulb.
2, 1, 2.
Oh, that's
Which
cute.
is
They
something I
actually
don't think
updated
was even a
animation.
thing in the original game.
I don't think so.
When EGAD does the old 1-2, I'm used to him doing it more like boom boom, like more.
Oh yeah,
quick
like
fire.
actual
Yeah,
like
like
a
he's-
dodging side to side.
But here it's a
Yeah.
little bit slower.
He's a little
Also,
more aggressive here.
James, I'm assuming that that's nothing that. Okay, not for nothing. I guess it's not too bad, but I remembered liking it better because it would actually be scary. It's not as scary when I can clearly see where the ghosts are, but I'm assuming that's for the use of the strobe bulb.
Actually,
Otherwise, I did like when they were more like completely invisible and would just pop up at any moment.
I have a video editing request. I don't make too many of these. I will find the audio for it, but whether it be here or at the end of the video, James, could you take that like animation of EGAD doing like the boxing motion and insert a particular clip from the DuckTales remake to go along with it?
You'll have to send me the audio because I honestly don't.
Oh,
really
I know.
hear it
I'll
before you
do that after we do the session here.
All right.
What's the gyroscope used for?
This gyroscope is pretty much an alternative to just wriggling around the joystick whenever you're trying to suck up the ghosts.
Huh.
It's also,
okay.
in some ways, it's also. I do believe, in a way, it's also used as a, also used as a means to aim your flashlight. But of course, trying to run this on an emulator, it's not really the most optimal solution.
That's fair. Get him!
Oh!
Dang it, I missed one.
4!
My
Oh,
perfect
5 of
record
them.
has been
Or, wait.
tarnished.
I thought there were 5. But there are actually 4.
That is the power of EGAT technology, sonny boy.
That'll do.
So yeah, unfortunately I missed one, but even still,
Oh, okay, yeah.
that's nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
9 out of 10?
Not bad.
One detail I do kind of miss is that you can't actually move around while he's giving out the whole congratulatory sequence. It's kind
Yeah.
of
Oh well.
makes you feel all the more accomplished. But yeah. So now that we're done with the training, we're automatically booted over to EGAD's gallery, which got a hell of a makeover in the remake.
Oh, definitely. Like, you'll see here.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
lot bigger.
Yep. And what's interesting is that, like, I don't know, like, what am I trying to say? I haven't, like, fully gone into it myself, but what's interesting about the gallery is that, you know, like, throughout the game we'll get different portraits of the ghosts. I think you can actually visit the portraits and actually use them to, like, refight some of the ghosts.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you can. And what's even better is that, say if on your playthrough you, unfortunately, when dealing with, say, I don't know, Mr. Lugs, you got a silver ranking as opposed to a gold, you could try fighting him again through the portrait battle mode, and if you do well enough, you actually can get that gold portrait without having to worry about doing a second playthrough.
Nice. I'm also liking the oh wow, yeah, the gallery looks much nicer. I like the utilization of the second screen now. And the cute little achievements.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is an achievement list in this game, and if you clear achievements within certain tabs, you actually unlock statues that appear on the that little pedestal there. Now, EGAD told us that there's a certain function of our new and improved Game Boy Horror that he forgot to install. So we're actually gonna go search for it.
Oh. I do. Like, kind of going back to the animation a bit. I do appreciate Luigi's new walking animation. That's cute.
Whoa.
It actually looks like it looks less like he's shimmying and more like he's actually trying to do a light jog.
You
Yeah.
got the port
Yeah.
for the Game Boy Horror.
A shimmy, shimmy, shimmy.
Ashimi to the left, ashimi to the right.
Alrighty, so let's see what we got here.
That part wasn't in the original, was it?
Actually, technically it is, because that is our search function.
Ah, that was kind of important.
Yeah. Well, it is important because, well, that's honestly the one function of the Game Boy Horror I'll be using more often than not.
Oh, they had a little startup thing at the beginning.
That's it. That's a cute detail.
Yeah, because
they
that's
make it-
something.
Yeah.
They make it look photorealistic.
Yeah, no, my God, you're right. It's no longer just a normal Game Boy Horror. It's a Game Boy Horror SP, kind of.
Yeah, because that's something that we should touch upon. Like for the most part,
hold on, Hype. Before we move on to that, let's actually search around this place some.
There are lots of complicated calculations written here. I can't understand a lick of it.
Let's see.
How about this pedestal?
Looks ordinary. A little too ordinary.
No kidding. How about... God, look at this library.
I know.
Yeah.
That's a lot of books.
What do you say, Logan?
Reference books, research papers. Eyes are heavy just reading the covers.
All right, now I'll read this next one.
Oh.
Way to go, genius. Do you have the hang of that thing yet?
What?
Wait, what?
Why?
Wow,
is he
Luigi,
sassy?
the sass.
Wow.
The generator. I wonder if he built it all by himself.
No, he had help, you dingus. Well, you see any other people here? By the way, James Neal, they put a lot of flavor text into this.
Oh yeah, well, to be fair, there was a lot of flavor text in the original game to begin with, but this one just adds on a few extra.
Yeah, that's the thing I was getting at, is that, like, for the most part, all of the dialogue in this game is untouched, but that being said, they do add, like, a few things on top of it to coincide with some of the new things that they added to the remake.
Okay, and what's up, Seely?
Oh no, I
was
was saying Luigi's comment about the books, the titles making his eyes heavy. It just makes me think of the trailer of him lying down reading a book or trying to read a book and immediately falling asleep.
yeah.
I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
You say that makes a whole lot more sense now in hindsight.
Yes.
Page 1. Table of contents.
It's like
Wait, I got a better one.
Let's see here. You're reading from the wrong end of the book.
What I was about to do was just like he would have picked up.
It was the best at times. It was.
That was a
It was
lot.
bedtime.
Also, sorry if my voice sounds a bit weird. I have a cough drop in my throat
No, it's okay.
Yes.
or in my
No
mouth.
worries.
Blah.
So I guess we're gonna. Nah, I have no more. We don't stop with all the questions. We gotta go inside. Okay, okay. One other thing I'll
Well,
say.
and I'll just say right now, real quick, that I honestly just recorded this under the assumption that let's just say that you're watching this for the first time. You didn't even bother watching Logan's commentary, so
That's fair. That's fair.
it's sort of like a refreshing restart of a sort.
Yeah,
So
it's
we
just
can-
it,
so we-
it's
oh,
just like doing this under the assumption that you're watching Logan's commentary, which you should be watching mine instead. He probably
Well, you can watch it if you want to. I'm not going to hold that against you guys. It's just that let's just say that for one, the commentary is a little dated, and secondly, well, these guys can say it better than I can.
For those who watched my commentary, I am sorry I sucked, but I got the canon ending.
Yes, you did, and that's the important thing.
But I'm gonna say one thing I noticed in this gallery when we were examining what used to be King Boo's painting, that when you examine some of these portraits, I don't know if it's just I don't know if it's for any portrait ghost or just bosses, but it looks like they give you the option to replay bosses.
Yeah, that's what we said.
My bad.
Like once you get the portrait of the ghost, you can actually redo that whole capture the ghost shtick with the portrait battle mode, which I will show off like pretty much at the end of the commentary. So don't you worry.
Does this allow you the opportunity to get all paintings up to gold without having
Yes.
to restart the run?
Gold, and for the sake of this remake, platinum portraits,
Wait, what now?
Oh.
How do you get platinum?
Speedrunners rejoice.
which I'm not going to bother getting a 1 because that requires doing the second playthrough.
Oh, the new game plus.
This had
Yeah.
oh that's right. This added Hidden Mansion mode.
It did, and I will say they did borrow a lot of elements from the PAL regions version, in that it's all mostly a harder version. Like that. Oh, wait a minute, this is new.
Huh?
Oh, what in the world's happening?
What's happening here?
This just in from the future.
Oh, yeah.
What?
This is what I was talking about.
What the fuck?
It's EGAT from the future.
Finally connected.
Sorry.
Who is that imposter?
Ah!
Oh, his hair does stand on end.
Is it just me, or am I seeing double?
Why you so surprised?
No, it's not like we haven't delved into time travel before.
Two of me?
Fair. He is the one who invented the time machine in the first place.
Hello, I'm future Professor EGAD.
How specific.
I'd like you guys to do something for me.
But yeah, before we mentioned
I'm
it,
calling you from the future. Ooh.
but yeah, no, before even we mentioned, I had no idea about this actual like canonical explanation for everything.
Wait.
Because this is pretty much how the game forces in its optional co-op mode.
And
Ladies and gentlemen, meet Luigi.
the heck?
Hey,
It's
just
a
like
choo-choo.
Flubber!
Whoa! It is Flubber.
Devil damn it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
I call him Luigi. I
Not
see him to be a
Luigi.
very marketable source of revenue.
Not Luigi. He just sticks to everything. He still needs a little testing.
So, which is why I'm talking to you, because quite frankly, he creeps me out.
Let it be known, it is official canon. If you look on the website, that EGAD almost suffocated to death from Luigi.
Yes.
Yep.
he did.
And the only way to stop that is by
Is
pouring water on him.
Which I don't think this game ever like addresses, like, because you can
It
get a water
doesn't.
element, right? Can you just spray the Luigi and get rid of your co-op?
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I
he
do wonder
burns
if
himself
using the
season.
fire or water elements on Luigi just instantly melts him. But to be fair, though, as far as Luigi's own gimmick is concerned, like, yeah, he can be revived as many times as you want, but he has less health than Luigi, and yes, he is susceptible to the elements.
Gotcha.
He is really just extra help.
So that was a paradox.
No kidding.
It's like,
So as I was saying,
Don't mind him. He just pulls a curtain in front of Luigi. As I was saying, if future me was asking our help, we should better oblige. When you want to take Luigi along to the mansion, get a friend.
Exactly.
Make a friend.
and
Go out.
make
Get
love.
out. Get out more.
And hope to God you're not playing this through an emulator.
Oh, that would be the
and
worst.
Luigi's just still there in the background. It's like,
What is my purpose in life?
Wobbly.
I'm just here.
He's learning how to itch his ass like a real man.
It's
Like the real
what
Luigi.
Is, what is my purpose in life? To pass butter.
You scratch my ass. Oh my
My
god.
God.
Yeah, welcome to the club. Anyway,
Well-
what's the purpose of Amiibo in this?
Amiibo, you know what? I can actually explain that next part.
Okay. See you guys.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Because, yeah, next part, we're officially starting our mansion adventure. Again! Till next time, guys.
Yay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
He's staring at me.
Put up your dukes. Jab, jab, uppercut, cross. I'll butter your bean.